The second verse is about Mendels Experiments. Now, Mendel made a good decision because he used pea plants, and the great thing about experimenting with pea plants is that they're very, very simple, and their traits are extremely distinct. So pea plants can either have green pods or yellow pods. That's it. So he was able to do some really great genetic experiments on looking at traits and how they're passed down, because it's very easy to track it when you only have two possible traits that can be passed down. So here's what happened. So Mendel took a pea plant with yellow pods and a pea plant with green pods and cross-pollinated those two plants. And the F1 generation, their offspring, the filial 1 generation, had all green pods, which is fascinating because he took one with yellow, one with green, cross-pollinated. The result was all green. The F1 generation was all green. So then you took those child plants, the offspring of that initial experiment, and the F1 plants, and let them self-pollinate. And they passed down traits to the F2 generation, and in the F2 generation, 3/4 of the plants had green pods, and 1/4 of the plants had yellow pods. Fascinating. So here's how the verse goes, and here's how we're demonstrated. So the verse goes, the first half is, the distinct traits, Mendel looked at pod color, cross-pollinate a green pod with a yellow, filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. So here's how we're going to demonstrate this. So distinct traits, so we've got, let's say we have two plants right here. So distinct traits, Mendel looked at pod color. And then cross-pollinate a green pod with a yellow. So we're cross-pollinating a green pod with a yellow. Filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. So we're going to pretend like we're taking all the pods off the F1 generation here. We're pulling all the pods off here. So filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. We're just looking at all these green pods in our hand, and then we can just go to sort of dump them out and wipe our hands off. All right, second part. Plants in F1 are cleared for pollination, passing traits down to the F2 generation. 3/4 green, 1/4 were yellow peas. Here's how we're going to demonstrate this. So plants in F1 are cleared for pollination, like we're at the airport, cleared for pollination, passing traits down to the F2 generation. 3/4 were green, and then 1/4 were yellow peas. So we got a lot up here, and 1/4 were yellow peas. All right, let's try this all together. Distinct traits, Mendel looked at pod color, cross-pollinate a green pod with a yellow. Filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. Plants in F1 are cleared for pollination, passing traits down to the F2 generation. 3/4 green, 1/4 were yellow peas. Great, let's try it with the music.
Dominates. Distinct traits, Mendel looked at pod color, cross-pollinates a green pod with a yellow. Filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. Plants in F1 are cleared for pollination, passing traits down to the F2 generation. 3/4 green, 1/4 yellow peas.
All right, let's try it one more time.
The dominant traits, uppercase dominates. Distinct traits, Mendel looked at pod color, cross-pollinates a green pod with a yellow. Filial 1, all the pods were intensely green. Plants in F1 are cleared for pollination, passing traits down to the F2
Great, so that is the second verse.